Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Friday night, and it is the finale of Gary and Doug versus the world. Man, we have just got we've got one final battle. It looks like the commanders have voted, or the world has voted on the commanders' orders rather, and it is commanders 1, 2, and 3 have all said that they wanted to go to France. Commander 4 opted for Warsaw, and the world voted to go to Paris and see if they can't save the day on the shores of Normandy and Calais and all the beautiful places that exist in that fantastic country. But we will have to see what it looks like when we get there. But we got a little bit of business to do first. So we've got a couple of great folks already here. Brian Hyde is here. Brian Conway, great to see you. Mr. Coffee. Of course, Commander Robin is here. Great to see you. Dave Whitfield, Australia, has shown up. Tracy Hyde is here. Good evening, Ms. Tracy. And Charles Hall is here. So we've already got a couple of commanders in the comments. We have a ton of stuff to give away today. I got a huge box of stuff from Tom Haver today or yesterday with a bunch of diplomacy stuff in it. So we got a bunch of that stuff, great stuff to give away. And we've got our first gift memberships. Fantastic. We're going to get this one in here. Dave DeJour, thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate that. You are responsible for Josh Davis, Shane Peach, Kevin Wilmarth, Demand 0001, and Gary White. Hey, look, it's another good-looking Gary, bald guy. There are so few of us. So great to see you guys. Welcome aboard Board Game Nation. Thank you to Dave for the support, and we really, really appreciate that. Kevin, I love your profile picture here. I can't tell if there were like fireworks at your wedding in 1979 or what's happening there, but very cool. And of course, a fellow Star Trek man, I appreciate you. Good to see you. Live long and prosper, my friend. All right. So thank you very much again, Dave. We really appreciate that. Very kind of you. If you are here, Kurt is here. Thank you very much. And of course, my lovely bride, Jamie, is here for the moderation of the show this evening. And if you are in any of the Facebook groups or have been following our Discord server over the last, I don't know, hour or so, I just blasted out the flyer, the poster for Battlefront Dayton. So let's make sure that that everybody gets a chance to see that. We worked hard on that today. Ava actually helped with that, and so we were able to get that put together for everybody today. So we're excited about that, and make sure that you get a chance to check that out. And with that, hit that like button for us, and tell us what you're thinking about how this game has gone. Has this been fun? Have you enjoyed it? Has it been something that you is this how you thought it would go? What suggestions do you have for doing this differently next time? We've got just so many great, so many important things that we learned from this really great experiment. So we've had a great time doing it, and we want to make sure that it was fun for everybody. And if there was something else that we could do differently next time, we certainly want to talk about that. So let's hear about those in the comments, and we will be right back. All right. We've already got some great comments in there about what to do next, but I forgot to do something during the intro there. I need to go through very quickly the giveaway rules. I've been reminded from our legal department to make sure that I go through the giveaway rules every time we do a giveaway. So here they are. You must be 18 years or older to be able to win. This giveaway is not sponsored by YouTube or affiliated with YouTube in any way. Their sponsors tonight are Historical Board Gaming, Mr. Thomas Haver, vis-a-vis Renegade, because they help him with some of these kind of things, and then our friends at Dice Nest. We're going to be giving away 3 of these sets, which is going to be a lot of fun. And Board Game Nation are your sponsors this evening. Winners will need to contact me within 2 weeks via the Discord server, link coming now, and or through our Facebook page. You can message us that way to get us your shipping information so that we can mail these fine prizes out to you. We're very grateful to all of our sponsors for getting these items to us and making them available to our members. And speaking of, to be eligible to win, you must be a member of Board Game Nation as a sergeant, a lieutenant, or a general, and you must have held that rank for at least 1 month, so that we can make sure that the folks that are consistent members are getting the opportunity to win all these fabulous prizes. And up until today, what I've been doing is I've been pulling names out of people that have already won. But as a celebration of our finale of Gary and Doug versus the World, and as a thank you to everybody that's been fantastic supporters along the way, we have added all of the names back in, except for my sister-in-law. We took my sister-in-law back out because that's just weird. So we're not going to do that. But yeah, awesome. So Jamie's already got jokes. Gary and Dice are both 4-letter words. It's my wife. That's my wife, my friends. All right, so let's go ahead and get Doug on here and get the road on the show and see what we can make happen. Hey,
Gary. I'm laughing at Jamie's comment.
I know, right? The glockenspiel for Doug. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Yes. No, I'm not putting your sister back in the thing again. That's weird. I'm not doing that. Awesome. And one other thing, if you are watching tonight for the first time, welcome. You're coming in right at the finale of the show here, and I suggest that you go back and watch so that you have a better understanding of kind of how we got to this ridiculous situation. But if you'd like to join the chat, we would love to have you. Click that join button and select the membership level that is right for you. And you'll be jumped right into the chat, and you'll also be able to get into the member-only sections of our Discord channel, Discord server rather. And there's so much great content and conversations happening over there that I'm just super excited about. So make sure that you get over there and check that out. Doug, in fact, is also a 4-letter word. So let's just put that in your pipe. And
well, it's really Douglas, right? I mean,
I don't want your excuses. Awesome. So if you have not seen, let me see if I can put it on the screen here real quick. If you have not seen the poster, I wanted to show everybody real quick here. We worked on it hard. We worked hard on it today, and we were happy to be able to get it out before the show today. Let me see what happens if I do this. Hey, there it is. Okay. So it might be a little small to read, but I sent this to Doug this afternoon just to get his opinion about it. And he said, I like the bomber. And he just assumed that because there was a bomber on there, it was because of him. And I thought that was a little weird, but whatever. And I thought it's because we're right next to the National Air Force Museum. That's why we're right next to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. But yes.
I do like the bomber, but that's not a true story.
That's not a story. I just made that up. But anyway, so so there's the poster, and yes, Larry Harris is going to be there. We're going to be playing Imperial Borders and War Room, and of course, we're doing the Access Nellis World Championship qualifiers. We've got these fantastic diplomacy events. We're going to be world premiering a brand new diplomacy game, which is going to be very cool. The Bloodpath guys are going to be there, and the Young Grasshopper guys are going to be there. So we're really excited about all of that. Cool. Contracts are signed, my friends, so I can actually now tell you that we're going to be at the Hope Hotel, which is immediately outside of the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. The room rate is only $95, and it includes a really, really good breakfast buffet. So we're like, I love the price, right? And I've talked to, and I was first. Let me say, when they told me it was $95, I was like, wait, what? I was a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie, but then I talked to some folks that have stayed there, and they're like, no, that's a really kind of reasonable hotel. I mean, it's not the Ritz, but it is, a nice hotel. So I've got people vouching for it, and I am going to go up personally on May 9th to do a walkthrough, take some pictures, and do all of that. So we'll see. I'm excited about it, and they've got a restaurant that's inside, and we've figured it out so that your admission, if you buy the 3-day pass or the 2-day pass, is going to include the lunch buffet on Saturday and Sunday, which they're opening especially for us. It's not normally open on Saturday and Sunday, so they're gonna open that up for us, which is really nice. So we're getting really close to being able to announce all the. In fact, I'm pretty certain about the pricing, but I need to nail it all down with tabletop events. Like, we're still going through the process of getting all of the individual events set up and all the ticket pricing and all that stuff like in that system. So as soon as we have all of that done, then we'll make it all available for everybody to go ahead and register and do everything that they want to do. But we've already got a lot of folks that are really interested in this, so we're really excited about it, and I think it's going to be a big success. And when the tickets go on sale, please buy them sooner than later, because we've never done this before, so I know everybody likes to wait till the last minute for this kind of stuff, but the sooner you can buy these, that'd be great. So yeah, Brian. So I just so Brian's got the perfect question here, and I knew this was going to be the first question asked. I sent the contract to my contact at Hope Hotel, and I sent it to her, and I got an auto, like, I signed it and I sent it, and then I got an auto reply saying she's going to be out of the office next Friday. So I think that we'll be good, but let me double check, and I'll send a message out to everybody on as soon as I know that they're, because what I don't want you guys to call and say, hey, we need to get into the BGN, the Board Game Nation block, and they haven't had it set up yet. So I don't want to screw up the front desk. Yeah. I mean, they've been going back and forth with all of the details because we've asked for a couple of particular things, because ours is not like a typical conference, right? So it should be, geez, man, that's a little dark. So hold off on that for now, but know that it is going to be there, and but we'll hold off until I give you the actual green light to start booking rooms. So yes, Tom Haber's going to be there, and he'll be hosting all of the diplomacy events, which we're really, really excited about. So we appreciate that. Thank you for being here, Thomas. Oh man, Thomas, he's at Portillo's in Chicago right now. Oh, Mr. Coffee knows what I'm talking about. This is one of my favorite joints in Chicago. I will tell you though, I lived in Chicago a long time. I was never a fan of the big like Chicago dog, mostly because I don't like raw onion. Like, I don't eat raw onion on, and that's kind of one of the signatures of that thing. Like, you don't, ask for ketchup and people will spit at you. But if you tell them that you don't want onions on, you get kind of the same reaction. Like, I don't like onions. I mean, we won't do. But anyway, so good to see you, Thomas. Safe travels, my friend. Will Thomas be dressed in his fez and dressing gown? I've asked him not to, but that doesn't mean that he won't. So I don't know what's going to happen. But he does actually bring like helmets and hats for the different countries, because it's easier to tell like what people, what country people they're from. But he also has stickers with the countries on them, and clipboards that are the colors of the country, and pens that are the colors of the country. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I will tell you, like, I've been to a lot of board game events, like all over the world, And I don't know anybody who runs an event that's as well thought out as Thomas Haver. Let me just tell you that. He has got this down to a science. I think I said this last week. He's going to be at Origins, and it'll be his 50th diplomacy event that he's hosted and run, which is a lot. I mean, that's a ton. So yeah, everything's color coded. We've got hats for the players and everything else. So
yeah, it's like when Jon Bosch dresses up at Gen Con as who's he dress up as MacArthur?
MacArthur, yeah.
But then he plays the Axis. It's like really confusing. You're like, wait a minute, what?
Right,
he looked like MacArthur, not Rommel. What's happening here?
Right, it's a whole different thing. Yeah, a little problematic to come dressing in Rommel's uniform, though, right? Maybe a little.
Yeah, you don't want to. Don't do that.
Be a whole other thing. But not yeah, to be accurate, John wears like the khakis, like he wears the khaki like field uniform without any of the hardware or the epaulets or anything.
It's got the pipe though,
but he does the big pipe and the glasses and stuff. So you could tell that like
that makes it that right there.
Yeah, the big pipe, like that's the yeah. So awesome. Will milk be provided? And the prize for weird question of the day goes to milk. No, I can comfortably say, unless for the breakfast buffet, I'm sure that they would be able to get you milk, but I will not be providing.
You're not bringing milk, Gary. What kind of event is this?
I don't know. I thought you were a professional.
Yeah.
No. I don't know what that is. It's a breakfast club. Maybe. I don't know. All right. Well, cool. So we got a good number of folks on. Please make sure that you're hitting that like button for us. Man, it is. All right. So what else we got? We got the prizes. Battlefield Dayton. What else? Oh, I'm going to go ahead and tell everybody. I'm going to let everybody off the hook for next Friday night. I have been working like a dog all day, every day this week, and I'm nowhere near being able to get the global video ready by next Friday. So I'm going to give everybody the break, and we'll do it the following Friday. So whatever that date is, let me pull up a calendar. It's whatever, not the 25th, but I guess it'd be May 1st, May 2nd.
Ish. So, oh, no.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, May 2nd. So, yeah, so that'll be the first. That's when we'll come back. We'll take next Friday off. And then, so take your wives, girlfriends, significant others, whoever you love, take them out to dinner because we've been monopolizing everybody's Friday night for the last however long. So go and take them out. And if you don't have somebody like that, go find somebody like that. And then we'll see you the following Friday for the rest here. All right. New odds for Gary and Doug minus 590.
That's
now you're just trying to jinx the whole thing, Charles. I see where you're at.
That's right. Is this in the season 51 battle? Like, what are we talking about here?
Maybe, yeah. Yes, you are absolutely right. But I will say that this game has caused something a little interesting to happen. Somebody went digging in my past, and I don't know where they found it, but they discovered that I in a previous life was a ballroom dance instructor. I taught ballroom Latin and swing dancing for years and loved it. I taught for about 5 years and in the Cincinnati area and just absolutely loved it. But I haven't danced in like a year and a half, right? 2 years probably. And so when people mentioned it, I pulled up some of my old videos and stuff, and you can Google them and you can find my old dance routines and stuff like this with students and some professional stuff. But we hadn't been out in a long time, but after pulling all that up, it made me start thinking about finding some place to dance. So last night, Jamie and I went out and went to a group class. We didn't go social dancing anyplace. We went to a group class for the first time in a long time, and we are both very sore today. So I blame you. That's what I'm saying. It's really all your fault. So like my
It's the
shoulder,
world's fault.
my calves. That's I blame the world. That's it. So yeah. So we'll see. There might be cookies. I don't know, Kurt. We might have cookies, but it's a BYOM. Yeah, I probably should have thought about that before I started naming an acronym, because you never know how that's going to go. But it's a BYOM. Bring your own milk. Apparently. I don't know. All right. So yes, I think that it is time. We've got lots of giveaways to get through, and I was going to do a bit of a recap of like kind of how we got to this point, but I think that we'll save that for like a proper video where I go through and reset the game and do a walkthrough video, which we might be able to get done before Gen Con. We got a couple other things happening, but we might be able to get that done, mostly because all the annotations are already done, right? So
That's true.
in theory, you should be able to put it together pretty quickly, and it might be, yeah, now that I'm thinking about how to do that, that'd be good. Okay, so and one other thing I want to do before we get to the table, because win, lose, or draw, man, this game's been a lot of fun, and I hope you guys have had a good time with it. And the commanders have just been fantastic. And I ran a poll earlier today, or I started it last night in the general chat so that everybody could vote on it, members, non-members, everybody, because a lot of non-members, of course, have been watching this, and we appreciate all of their time and them spending time with us. But we put out a poll to see what the world thought of the commanders and who they thought the MVP should be. And our winner of Commander MVP for Gary and Doug versus the world, game one, your friend and mine, Mr. Robin, aka Divergent. He has been a great commander. He has been following along and got his orders in sometimes faster than I can update the sheet, and then has led conversations in the world only chat and is kind of driven a big chunk of this. So we really appreciate that, Robin. Thank you very much.
Well done, Robin.
Yes. Thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate all of your effort and all the effort of all of the commanders, Chad Condi and Nathan and Charles Hall and Sean, who was in early but kind of had to bow out, and Landon, who was in and out. So we really, really appreciate everybody taking the time to do all of that. We really appreciate that. And I wanted to offer as a thank you to whoever won MVP. I was going to offer whether or not they wanted a copy of Settlers of Catan, or maybe a used copy of Seven Wonders that I've had for a long time, or I've got this copy of Lord of the Rings Risk that I haven't played in a long time. I wondered, I don't know, does anybody think that I should actually give this to Robin as a thank you for all of his work? We'll put out a little poll. You know what? Here, Robin, here's your chance, brother. We're going to put out a little poll in the YouTube chat here. Should Robin get the Lord of the Rings Risk as a thank you for all of his work?
Or use Seven Wonders.
Right. Should he get Seven Wonders? Oh, I can't put it in there. I should be able to do this. Oh, but it's not gonna let me. It's not gonna let me put in a poll. It's mad at me for some reason. I get an error message when I try to put in a poll. Sorry, Robin. I guess we can't give it to you.
Tough luck, man.
You may not have Stalingrad. No, sir. I'm so sorry. But yes. So, you know what? We could do it in Discord, but I wanted to do it here, but we can't. I don't know why it won't let me.
You've done it before, right?
Yeah, I'm getting a. Here, let me try this
over there, and it has like did you like this video?
Right, I've done that before. Oh, I think I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is. I'm logged into more than one account at the same time. Oh, by the way, something else that I forgot to mention. I think this happened last week. We hit 19,000 subscribers, which was a
Wow.
huge milestone, which has been just
Yeah.
fantastic. So we
That's
really
huge.
appreciate that. Yep, here we go. I figured it out. All right, start a poll. Lord of the Rings, Risk, or Catan, or Seven Wonders. Actually, I do have a sealed copy of Seven Wonders Duel.
I'm gonna wait and vote after we roll the U.S.'s attacks.
You're damn right. All right, so the poll is
See
out
how
there.
that
Should
goes
Robin
first.
Yes, where is that? I have that. I know I have it. It's a good game, actually. That Seven Wonders Duel. If you haven't played that game, it's actually a really good game. Oh, here it is. Yeah, Seven Wonders Duel. If you haven't played that, it's a fun little game. Plays fast and it's interesting. But yes. So is it this or is it Lord of the Rings Risk? You tell us. We'll let the world make one last decision here as we move over to the table and the doom of our time. All right. Here we
I'm
go.
voting
No,
also.
Robin. No, you cannot have Stalingrad. I just have so much work to do with this game still. I couldn't possibly give it to anybody. All right. So over to the table. Here we go. All
Okay.
right. Let's see if the iPad wants to show me the orders here. All right, and all the orders basically went to France, but they all had their own little spin on the silliness that went with the rest of the purchase. So because Robin has been voted the MVP, we'll follow his silliness, which is actually not that silly, to be honest. So he bought a carrier, a destroyer, a fighter, and a transport. Rebuilding the Pacific Navy would be my guess.
Don't forget the Chinese dude.
Right. And one Chinese infantry is created. Yep. There's that guy. Okay, we're gonna save the battle in France because that's like the thing. I know the rule says you got to do amphibious assaults first, but I don't care. All right. So we've got the three bombers. I will tell you, I did not actually count this out and see that this was a thing. So we got the three bombers from the eastern United States going to Sea Zone 51. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then they can land in the Caroline Islands. I did not see that. I will tell you.
Yeah, I just figured they'd go after the Italian Navy, so I didn't even look.
1, 2, 3, 4, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right. So they've got one move. They can land in the Caroline Islands. Oh, scratch what I said before. By the way, I was thinking that if there was just the bombers there, then this transport could come down and give them a hard time. But never mind. Okay, and then the infantry from from Ningxia goes to Sikang. So in there. Okay. Okay, and we'll go ahead and make this combat move here. Let's get the British out of the way. Back these guys up. Those guys out of there. So these two cats are coming across. Moving in. The artillery comes in. The infantry. So there's the 2s. 3. Okay, so we'll double back to that in a minute. All right. So I will say what I thought was going to happen is I thought the fighters. Oh no, it doesn't work. I'm gonna have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah, I was. Never mind. I had this transport trying to do something, but take Wake. That's what I thought was going to happen. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I thought the two guys would come over and try to take Wake Island, but we'll see.
Did they actually take Iwo? I don't remember. I
No,
think
they did
didn't.
not.
They didn't land there, right? Yeah.
No, they didn't land. No. Because there was a guy there, and we used the transport to pop up and get the extra guy in Brio without pulling somebody off of Tokyo.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that is all the combat. Move, yes, Mr. MVP. All right. So I think this transport needs to be over here. Mm-hmm. All right, so Robin has given us a thumbs up here, and we're gonna do this battle first. You've got a couple of 3s. Your fighters coming at us, and both missing, and then you've got 3 bombers blowing him out of the sky or out of the water. He sinks to the bottom of the depths. Does he take anybody with him? He does not. Okay, so this Japanese battleship sinks to the depths and takes nobody with him. Okay. All right. I see how you wanted to start there. I see where you're at. Okay. I see you. Okay, so let's this feels a little battleboardy. So let me switch over to just the European angle here. All right. Okay, so on the defense, we have looks like 9 infantry, 1 artillery, a tank, yeah, and 2 fighters, and who's this? So here's what I do with the IPCs that come with the game.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that helped. Okay, and now we bring on the Allied powers. You got 3 bombers. You got 2 fighters. You got a tank. You got an infantry and an artillery paired together, and then you have 2 infantry. No offshore shots, and we do get 1 AA shot, which we'll bring onto the thing just because somebody took the time to print it on there. We're going to use it. Okay. Okay. I know that everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people on here have already run the math for this, as have we. So I have a really good idea of what the odds are in this battle, but I will tell you, I am terrified to roll these dice.
Yes.
I am absolutely.
I'm terrified for you to roll them as well.
I know. Yeah. Give him the patented shake. Here we go.
So remember the targeted AA, so you have to roll them.
We got to roll the. Yeah. All right. So here's the. Can everybody see that?
Yeah. Pretty good.
Okay. Here are the AA for your bombers. Shooting at the bombers and getting one of them. Getting nice. 1 bomber. So there's 1 bomber down. Now we're shooting at the 2 fighters. And rolling 2 deuces. Oh, so close, so close.
Man, I'll
Okay.
take it though. That's a big sigh of relief. I figured
Yeah.
gotta get one of those
Yep.
one of those
Okay.
one of those AAs.
Yeah. All right. So now here are your Brave Marines coming in here looking for ones. Got one and missed on the second one. Okay. So we got one hit from those guys. Here are the twos. Nothing. And here are your 3 threes. Ooh, 3 hits. And that's 4 all day. Here are your 2 bombers. 1 more hit. Okay, so that's 5 all day. So that's the 5 German infantry. I'm sweating. I don't know about you, Doug. I'm sweating.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
I mean, you gotta hit them
Okay.
5 times here. That'll be good.
Right. Okay. So that was our 5 hits. All right. So now we have what? 9. We have 10 and a 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 10. So here's 5 of them. Okay, that's going to be 3 hits because this is there. Okay. So that's 3. And now here's the second 5. 2 more. Okay. And here's our tank
Ones.
hitting. It's a 6.
All ones. Are you kidding me? This is crazy.
And here's the German fighters. 1 more hit. Okay, so that's 7 all day.
Did every hit you roll end up being a 1?
No, I hit.
No.
No, the fighter was not a 1. And I think there was a couple 2s in there. I don't know. Okay,
No, I mean you
so
hit it. Anyway. Okay.
I don't know. So we got 5 axis losses. Now we got the 7 here. So this is. I assume you want to keep the tank. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that's. Oh man, that's a lot.
Yeah.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a Hummer. Oof, man, that is rough.
Ouch. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, bomber and a tanker left. Okay, so the tank pushes and misses. The bomber hits. So there's 1 hit. Italian infantry. And we respond with we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Italians. Right, 5 at a 2. 3 hits.
Wow. I wow. Yeah.
That was pretty serious.
That was
All right, so going back to the board here.
yeah.
That's that. Tank. 2 fighters.
And that was a good game. It was a really good
That
game.
was an absolutely fantastic game. You guys played really, 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 really well. And I think there was luck on both sides at different parts of the game. And
Yeah.
I think that we got lucky at the right time. There's no doubt about that. That battle in Poland was huge. I assume you want to mobilize this stuff in 56. Yeah. So let's go in here. So for anyone wanting to continue the game, this is your position. Mobilizing in CK. Okay. All right.
Probably
go back to full screen here.
making some other fleet moves in the Atlantic for what it's worth. Didn't even see if they put non-combat in.
Yeah, it was the Yeah, I assume this transport comes back to 56. We're going to say that in case anybody wants to continue this game and see how it might play out. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Okay, combat losses. I don't know. Was that 18 for the Axis and a lot for the Americans? I'll do that math later when it comes to it, but this transport's over here too.
Yeah, so it's one of the other transports from the Baltic.
Yeah, I moved that one over already.
But there should have been 2 from the Baltic. I think you only moved
okay.
1, right?
Okay.
Because they had
Yeah,
too many in an artillery.
You're right. Okay, so we were kind of kidding about it earlier. If there was an imaginary Japan 7, I think that this battleship and this transport, I don't know. We built some guys in Calcutta, probably bring this transport down with this tank to
Yeah, I landed in South Africa.
Right, and start picking up this money.
Yeah.
These fighters and that bomber would get into some kind of trouble in the Atlantic somewhere. I'm not sure where that would go, but over here we'd almost certainly build some additional naval units, and we'd move this carrier back, a couple of fighters, maybe
Yeah.
another.
Start taking Russia. Actually, I might use that bomber to swing through China and just blow some of those guys up with the infantry there.
Yeah, maybe.
Just get China stamped back down.
Yeah. And yeah. All right. So any questions about the map, my friends?
Wow, that was a good game. Yeah, you got hot with the dice when it counted. That was really helpful. But I think the world played really, really well, and
Yeah.
yeah, I was surprised that they went for France here, not Poland. I mean, I know maybe it was just what's a couple percentage points, but I just figured all the action happened in Warsaw, they'd be gunning for that again.
Yes. Yeah, I thought that might be a thing as well. Ike submits his resignation. Sad face. Yeah. All right. Um, is there any interest in rolling out Warsaw? I don't think so. There's no value in that. Like that. No, I don't. No, we're not gonna do that. Okay. So, any other questions about the map before I come back to up here? Charles, we would have won Poland.
That's
See,
right.
no, I'm not doing it, Charles. Yes. So yeah, all right, back up here. So yeah, man, incredible game. Again, super grateful to all the commanders for everything that they've done in the world, being kind of this incredible think tank.
Yeah.
And it's been really, really hard to play against. I will
Yeah.
tell you that. It's been really this has been a lot of brain power for us for sure.
It's been fun, but I'm kind of looking forward to it being done, taking a break,
Right. I'm
So,
looking forward to talking about someone else's game. Can I tell you that?
yeah. It'd be fun to be on the world side of this.
Yes, it's us. Let's do that. Um, all right, awesome. So, how did we want to do this? We talked about. I asked for this earlier, but then I got distracted by Lord of the Rings Risk again, and I wanted to see if there were any suggestions as to how we might do this differently. Um, yeah.
I thought your idea about the anonymous generals was a good idea. I think that is interesting. You just you're voting only on the orders alone and not on the person behind the orders or anything like that.
Right. Yeah, it seems a little more. Um, I don't know. It just seems a little more something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
all right. So yeah, I think that would be interesting. We definitely need to for the commanders. This is more for the commanders than for everybody else. But though other people were looking at it, the order sheet that the commanders have been using needs to be redone.
Mm.
It had some picadillos, um, but um, but yeah, we should have rolled for Stalingrad. Man, our odds in Stalingrad, I think, were worse than your odds in France. I mean, it was like 3%
Yeah.
or something. It was really, really low. So yeah, no. Um, yeah, and
Yeah.
this would absolutely be right.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like random order of or something like that.
Yeah, I would just mix it up
Commander
so that it
one, two,
was
three, four, five.
yeah.
Yeah.
When I take the screenshots, I'd just change up. We'd reveal whose orders they were because then that person could still be commander of the day,
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
right? Because we
Hmm.
need somebody on here that's going to have the say as to how it's going to be, um, you know, how the non-combat's going to go, and picking losses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. So how did our poll go? Where are we at in the poll? This is closer than I thought it was going to be. Um, well, all right. We'll let that run for a little while. Again, there's a poll in the YouTube comments here as to whether or not do you think, as a gift for being MVP commander, Robin should receive Seven Wonders Duel or Lord of the Rings Risk, which has been giving me a hard time about now for about the last 2 or 3 years. I can't remember. It's been a while. So
You
make sure you
started
get
for
those.
this game.
That's right. It's been since 1942, I think. So, all right. So let's get into the giveaways. Man, we got a bunch to give away today. Okay, so
Uh,
let's talk about these real quick. What? You got some, Doug?
yeah, I was just gonna say. I mean, I know we said well fought game. I'm happy to have won this. I think we did well. I think we could have done better. Thought the world played impeccably, and this was really really fun. I enjoyed it, and I think this gave me a lot of time to just think about this map more, and got me a lot more used to this version, which was really
Yeah,
good. I'm gonna
yeah,
need it
yeah.
for the
Me
spring
too.
gathering.
Yeah. So Doug and I are going to be playing together at the spring gathering, and I did just get permission from Greg. By the way, in other news, I did just get permission from Greg to live stream from that event, or at least to test the system to the live stream from there. So we'll see how that all plays out. But we're definitely going to be doing something on Thursday night. It might be Lord of the Rings Risk. It might be, I don't know, North Africa or something. I don't know what we're going to play, but we'll have to see. But yeah, I agree with Doug. Like I learned so much more about this version of the game than I thought I was going to. Like I felt comfortable with this version. I felt comfortable with it before we got started, or I wouldn't have agreed to play. But we certainly learned a great deal about this, and I feel good about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I still like Robin's carrier move. I thought that was pretty slick.
yeah. I will
Didn't
say that
think
was.
about it.
I think that was the move of the game.
Yeah,
Like if you had to pick a move of the game, like that to me was the move of the game. Imagine, imagine that attack in France without those two fighters,
yeah.
right?
It's just
Like
totally
if
untenable.
yeah, if the world goes the way that it in theory should have with all the calculators or whatever word it was I said last week, um, and and the UK is standing in Warsaw,
Hmm.
right? And and Italy can come back and retake it. Like those two fighters made a big difference, right? In how that was going to play out. So did that Russian fighter, though. I will say it did occur to me to put a Russian fighter on the poster for Battlefront Dayton, but I was like, I can't do that because we're like right up the street from the U.S. Air Force National Museum. Like,
Yeah, that's tough.
that would not be cool. Don't do that, man. Don't do
Yeah.
that. But anyway, so all right, so giveaways. I already read all the rules, and man, some of these dice are just absolutely spectacular. I love this one. These are from Dice Nest. Make sure you go to dicenest.com. We got make sure that we're putting there's a discount. Okay, so don't use that link. I'm going to grab or they sent us a discount link that'll get you 20% off.
Nice.
And I forgot to give it to Jamie, so let me do that right now. Drop it in here. There we go. Yes. So use that link because that'll actually, if you use that link, you get 20% off on some really spectacularly cool dice. So anyway, and just to so you can see what I'm talking about, these are the ones I think I like the most. They're metal and they're hollow, which is just cool. Like, I think just spectacularly cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, and there's a whole set of them. So like you can pull out these just like really cool dice in a case, and the case is nice and it's magnetic and it's cool. So that's we'll do this one first, and then there's a set that's like blue and rose and tan. They're acrylic. These are not hollow. These are solid acrylic dice. So those are cool. And then I think these are just absolutely beautiful. I almost kept these for myself. I'm not gonna lie. I did think about keeping these for myself. Don't tell the sponsor, but I did think about that. So so these are like a jade green color. They're just beautiful. And even the top of the box has got that dragon logo on it.
Yeah.
How cool is that, right? Like, all right, so let's start with I'm going to call them the Borg dice. Let me just make sure.
The Borg dice.
Because they kind of look like a Borg. The pattern on them. All right, let's take this over here. Go to the Wheel O prizes. The Wheel O prizes. Here we go.
Here we go.
Boom. And there are now 6 add a prize spin again spaces. Because we've been adding one every time that it doesn't hit. So we'll see if we get it this time. All right. So for the hollow metal dice, and like the retail on these is like $45 or something. But if you use the link, you get 20% off. So that's pretty cool. Or you can just win them, which seems to be the way to do it.
That's the way to go.
So timpani roll. For the first set of Dice Nest dice with the cool case, going to Great T, my man. Great T, who is a huge supporter of this entire series. Fantastic. We love that. Thank you very much, Great T. That is awesome. And so he's going to get a very cool set of dice. Great T, I think I might actually, I don't think I have your shipping information, but I know that you're in the Discord server, so please reach out and make sure that you're telling me where to ship these things. So that's awesome. So we're going to take, but now we are no longer in the wheel. You can't win more than once in a day. So now for the blue and the rose and the tan set, which I think are also just very, very cool. These remind me of the Southwest. Like these are like the colors of the desert in the Southwest. If that means anything. If anybody's been there. Anyway, sorry, I got lost for a minute. Okay, so who's going to win? I'm going to call them the Southwest dice. Ed. Oh, we're gonna shift these to Australia. All right, that's awesome. Yeah. All right, Ed, you got yourself a set of dice coming your way. They're going to be on a slow boat, so they will get to you. But make sure that you are reaching out in the Discord or through Facebook, and let us know how to get these to you. I don't know, like, I think the postage service, what we call postage service in the U.S. I'm not sure what they call it out there, but I think they're entirely populated by spiders, and I think that's how that works. I don't remember. Um, like spiders with sling bags. I don't know how it works, but if they're on another planet over there, I don't know. Anyway, so Ed, congratulations, getting the Southwest dice, heading over to the Down Under. You can share it with David. We'll see if David wins a set here. We got a bunch of stuff to give away today. I tell you what, if I do get, are you guys? If you guys live close to each other and David does win something, I'm gonna send one box and you guys can figure it out.
That's right.
So, just save me a little bit of postage here. Right, I'm sorry. Due to tariffs, I can only send you 3 of the 6 dice. I'm so sorry. It's just a tough beat. I know. Anyway, I'm just kidding. You get the whole thing. Okay, so now for the Jade Dragon dice, which I think are just very, very cool. I really, really like these. Let's see who's taking these home today. Here we go. Getting the Jade Dragon dice. Who's taking them? Tracy Hyde. Hey, all right. Tracy Hyde, the lovely and talented Tracy Hyde, getting some beautiful dice. These, I believe, are going to Minneapolis or Minnesota, somewhere in the Twin Cities area. Yes, there we go. All right, cool. So awesome. Congratulations, Tracy. We'll make sure those get to you. I believe I already have your address. Once again, speaking of like, since we're talking about tariffs, I had an order of coasters set to come in. Where do they go? Here we go. I got my sample coasters, right? And I was like, okay, cool. Let's order 1,000 of these. So I got 1,000 of these on the way. They were supposed to arrive April 16th. And the person and the company I ordered these from is in the United States. So I was like, I wasn't too worried about it. Turns out one of the components that they use in the production of this is made in China. So they're like, so I got an email saying that they are going to fulfill it, but they asked for a month to get it sorted out. So coasters are coming, but they're delayed. So here's hoping that gets settled sooner than later for everybody's sake. All right, so Jamie's dropped the Discord link in the server, so please make sure that you are doing that. All right, so those are all the Dice Nest pieces. Thank you very much to Simi and the Dice Nest. We really appreciate you sending those over. We will get those out to Cray T and to Tracy and to Ed in all parts of the world. We have, next up, historical board gaming. We've got a set of Italian pieces for North Africa, as well as a set of scout cars for North Africa to go out to. And I posted pictures of these a while ago in the Facebook. So if you want to see what these look like, these are from our friends at Historical Board Gaming. We have a link for them, which should be coming along here shortly. And this one doesn't give you a discount, but it does help support the channel. So anything that you buy from them using this link, we get a percentage back on that. So we appreciate you using that link if you're going to shop over at HBG, or when you go over to shop at HBG. So let's see who's going to take home the North Africa set of Italian pieces and the scout cars. Timpani roll. I got to put this thing on a hotkey. All right. Yep. All right. So North Africa pieces. Enough. Awesome. I appreciate that. That's awesome. So enough. You're getting the North Africa pieces. Reach out to us in the Discord server or through Facebook, and we will get those over to you. That's fantastic. Okay, so that's what we got from HBG for today. Fantastic. And now for a bunch of diplomacy stuff from our friend Mr. Thomas Haver. Let's start with so when you're negotiating with your friends, here, we need to go back to this shot for a second. This is pretty crazy. Oh, here we go. Go up here. I lost the mouse. Where'd the mouse go? There it is. Okay. Nope, wrong button. There we go. Struggling up here. So we've got Diplomacy Era of Empire coffee mug. You will be the only person that has this. I'm gonna tell you, unless you have been to one of Tom's events, you will be the only person that has this. You will sit in your boardroom at work, and you'll be the only one drinking from a Diplomacy Era of Empire mug, because these are exclusive to conventions. So you cannot buy these anywhere. You can't get these on the website, whatever. You can only get these, and these are licensed. Tom has the license to distribute these. He doesn't sell them. He just gives them away as prizes for people that come in and play in the events. So pretty cool. So we're gonna give you one of these, and he sent me something else. This guy. So these are sealed grab bags of random diplomacy items.
That's cool.
Right. And they cannot be sold. Tom, hey, Tom's here. Great to see you, Tom. Yes, releases in, Era of Empire is going to release in August, and these are convention only prizes. So these are the only place that you can get these. So Tom, can you tell us a little, can you give us a hint as to what's in these bags? I feel something that feels like a coaster and maybe a pen, or I don't really know. I wonder if you can shed a little light on what's in here. Adult birthday bags, diplomacy style. That's what he's calling them. Okay. I can open it. Oh, okay. I thought, see now, okay. Now I feel silly. Okay. Because I didn't open it. I got like 6 of them. I didn't open any of them because I'm like, they're supposed to be a surprise, I guess. But we'll open one so that we get an idea of what's in it. I don't imagine they're all the same, though.
Are they all the same? Yeah, that was going to be my question.
And they're resealable. So somebody might win the one that I cracked open, just so you know.
That's cool.
Am I going to ruin the mystery? Here, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull out, there's like 10 things in here. I'm going to pull out 3 things just to kind of give you a feel for what might be in here. Okay. So this is just an ad for their Discord server. That doesn't count. Tom,
it's a bag of advertisements. That's an awesome prize.
That's awesome. I like it. Okay. Okay. So there's a very nice diplomacy pen, and it's got the little stylus on that back there. These are actually like my favorite kind of pens. I really do like these. So there's a pen in here. What else we get in here? There's a Diplomacy Era of Empire coaster, as advertised, which I thought would be in here. And what else we get? What is this? This is a tin of Era of Empire mints. Because when you do diplomacy, you talk real close to each other. So having mints available is important. So this is a guy.
I like that.
When I talk about a dude who thinks ahead in diplomacy events and management, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like giving people mints at the event to make it more comfortable for everybody. All right. Diplo mints.
Diplo mints.
Tom, you might be the biggest nerd I know, and I love it. I think that's fantastic. That is awesome.
Clever.
Diplo mints. Oh, I love it. Okay, so that's fun. Okay, so we're gonna give away. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do the mug and the bag. Get the Diplo mints out of the way. Okay, so we're gonna do the mug and the bag, and Tom sent us like the cardboard and everything goes around this, so it should be shipped pretty easily. Okay, and the adult birthday bag, diplomacy style. So we're gonna give these to one person, and then he also gave us a very cool tumbler.
Nice.
Which is nice. It's well lined. So we got these, and we'll do another bag. All right. So we got a tumbler in a bag, and a coffee mug in a bag, and of course, whoosh, a copy of the game itself. So then we'll go. So we'll do 3 diplomacy prizes. We'll do the mug in a bag, the what's it called, tumbler in a bag, and then a copy of the actual game itself. And I told Tom that I wanted to give away the Heir of Empire game, and he threatened me with an inch of my life because apparently this is the 3rd copy of the game in existence. And he said if I gave this away, he wouldn't tell people where he buried me. That's what he told me. And the man wears a fez, so I don't even know what to do with the guy. Like how do you do it? That's a nice Stalingrad game behind you, Gary. Yes, it is. I believe this actually. I've been told this is the very first copy of this game off the shelf. So
That's pretty cool.
And I know that North Africa game was the Chad Condi has right now. I know that was the first one. Like, I expect that. I don't know that he'll ever sell it, but I expect that game in the future to be worth a significant sum of money because that'll have. We're not going to clear the shelves. It's not a fire sale, Brian. No, I'm already sending your wife a prize. She's getting the great dice. What do you want? Did you want something last week? I owe you something already from last week. Okay. And Tom actually says he'll have 2 copies of 2 factory copies, which is what this is called, a factory copy. He'll have 2 factory copies of Stalingrad to give, and one of them to give away. That is news to me.
That's exciting.
So let me get this right. You can give away Axis and Allies games, but I can't give away. Wait a minute. Dave's asking a funny question, actually. Dave wants to know if most of these games are empty, and some of them are. So yeah, not all of them, but some of them are.
The Lord of the Rings risk that you're given to Robin is, right? It's just the box.
Oh, that's not even a real box. That's just I just cut out some cardboard and stuck it on.
It's been pictures from the internet and taped them to the front.
Yeah, how hard could it be? So I don't know if anybody knows this, but Tom Haver and Greg Smorey, by the way, were part of the inaugural class of Hall of Fame inductees for the Renegade Hall of Fame. So these are folks that have done just extraordinary work in community building and development for these games that we all know and love. Greg, of course, he's been running Axis and Allies tournaments at Gen Con for the past, I don't know, 500 or 600 years. It's been a really long time. And Tom, as I mentioned earlier, is just about to run his 50th Renegade event, and he has been making this kind of stuff and giving them away to players and running clubs and encouraging, schools to play and just all kinds of. I could do an hour-long special on Thomas Haver's contributions to the diplomacy community. So, but we're not gonna do that today because we got prizes to give away. Can I get a Chad? We can talk about that. Yes, I think that we can, but I need to talk to some folks and see. He's asking if we can get a COA for the North Africa game. That this is Chad Condi. He has the factory copy of North Africa with Larry Harris's signature and Matt Hyra's autograph on the board, on the rule book, and on the box top. But yes,
nice.
But so yes, I did think about that actually when I sent it to you, but I will be honest, when I sent it to you, I did not know it was the very first copy. I only learned that later. But yes, yeah, but we can probably get that done. We'll talk to Renegade and see if we can make that help. Yeah. Robin, I don't need your pity. What are you talking about? It's not pity, man. It's appreciation. Okay, so back to the prizes. So let's start with the adult grab bag and the Heir of Empire mug of glory. Going back to the map. Not the map. the wheel. All right, here we go. First diplomacy. The mug and the grab bag. Convention only specials. Going to Rob Moffat.
Moffat.
Rob Moffat.
Nice.
Fantastic. Excellent. Yay. All right, so that's cool. So he's won that. Next up is the tumbler and the grab bag, which has all kinds of fun goodies in it. Diplo mints, I'm told. Here we go. The tumbler. The Diplo bag. James Clink. James Clink. Fantastic. Only about 50 of these tumblers in existence. And one of them is going to belong to James Clink. So if you want to see it, you will have to go and drink with him.
Congrats, James.
Right. Congrats, James. And for the board, for the game itself, for the actual original diplomacy game, reprinted recently by Renegade Game Studios, going to Eric Cutts. Eric Cutts. Fantastic. That is go out to them. And so for all of our winners. Yay. Okay. And I think is that all of our prizes? I think that's a lot. I'm going to spend some time at the post office tomorrow. I've got stuff to send from last week because I was waiting to send the stuff that we gave away last week, thinking I was going to get these coasters in, and then the coasters didn't come. So now I'm going to be camped out at the post office tomorrow, but that's great. I'm excited about it. So if you have won something this evening and you want to get it shipped out sooner than later, please make sure that you nobody tell him. Yeah, Nathan, I don't know what you're talking about. It was an amazing thing. We whiffed on everything, and the Americans just took care of business, and they did it all. It was amazing.
I have to go back and watch the live stream.
Yeah, you'll have to double back and watch it again. Yes. Yes. I'm glad you were able to make it, Nathan. I know you had something else going on tonight. So we appreciate you coming on and being here with us. So
I was listening on the radio.
Yeah. But Jamie, oh Nathan. That's funny. Oh Nathan. So nice. All right. So yes. So we got a ton of stuff. We gave away a bunch. Diplomacy game, some historical board gaming stuff, a bunch of diplomacy stuff. So thank you to Dice Nest and to all the folks who donated prizes to give away, and to everybody that has had anything to do with. Yes, you did win in C-Zone 51. Yes.
Yeah.
Convincingly. You sunk that battleship and didn't take anybody with it. So
Nobody.
Yes, you absolutely won.
They avenged the American Navy.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. That's a good call. Thank you, Chad. We appreciate the positive spin on it. So awesome. Poll results. Oh, let's see. Where are we at now? Last call on the poll as to which game Robin should get for being MVP. Is it Lord of the Rings Risk? Or Seven Wonders Duel? Oh, I think that's going to be it. We're going to call it. Yes, that is. We've ended the poll, and as it turns out, we will be giving away, against my better judgment, Lord of the Rings Risk to my friend and yours, Mr. Robin.
This copy is signed by Frodo, right?
It actually does have the original packaging.
Sweet.
My precious. I got all those sealed bags and everything. Where's the ring? Got the ring in here somewhere. I'm keeping the ring. It's in here somewhere. It's probably in here. Yep, there it is. The One Ring is heading to Minnesota. Lord of the Rings Risk belongs to the world. There you go, Charles. Thank you very much. That's awesome.
Everybody who participated can keep it for 1 month. Just keep shipping it to the next person.
Yeah, but they got to pay for shipping. You guys kill me with this.
Oh, yeah. Whoever gets it's got to pay to the next guy.
Yes. All right. So maybe we're going to turn into a Lord of the Rings Risk channel. Who knows? Maybe Robin started a whole new thing. But awesome. So Robin, thank you very much for all of your work in the chat and getting the orders in. I'm going to see you at Spring Gathering, so I'll just bring it there, and we can do it that way and save on the shipping. But
yeah, I want to say thanks to everybody for participating and sticking with this. I mean, I don't know the exact numbers of viewers and all that stuff that are going on these live streams, but from what I can see, it looks like it's been a very consistent group, and just the participation and voting and stuff like that has been really awesome. So it's been great, a lot of fun.
Absolutely. I made my wife and son listen to the stream over the car radio for an hour. He was watching while I listened. Oh wow! You should have made him drive. He's like 12 now. Come on.
Yeah.
And this is where my wife would say, I was driving a tractor when I was 6. She grew up on a farm. And when did you start driving a tractor? You were 8 or 9, right? Something like that. Your poor wife. See, now, no, maybe she's a big fan of the channel, baby. You don't know. Maybe she's a big fan. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, okay. Oh, actually, you know what? Tom is at CodCon in Chicago right now, and he has an open copy of Stalingrad. If anybody wants to swing by and see him to check it out and to see what that is. And he'll be at the College DuPage on Saturday. So that's cool. Oh, hey, that's nice. We got a super chat from Nathan. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Gary and Doug. Had tons of fun playing along. We really appreciate that. And I think I saw one earlier. Yep, Charles Micklick had dropped his $2 here. Thank you very much. Move of the game, the sinking of the German fleet. In Season 5, yeah. That was absolutely...
the Allies.
Yes, that was big. I will say that looking back, if I had to point at one of the errors that we made in this game, that was absolutely one of them. The way to have done that for us would have been to screen with a destroyer in Season 6.
Mm-hmm.
And that would have kept... It would have either given us a better shot at the UK air power that could have come in and sunk what was there. Or it would have bought us another round.
Yeah, which in a six round game is a lot.
Right. If we could keep that would have held Karelia for another turn.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, if we could point at a particular error, that would have been it for sure. So, but that wouldn't have been the only one. Oh, here we go. Very kind, sir. Thank you very much, boys. Really enjoyed it. That is fantastic. We really appreciate that, Ed. Thank you very much. We have enjoyed having you along here, and all of our Australian and New Zealand friends that have been watching from like a week and a half from now. I think I still haven't figured out the time zone thing. It freaks me out. I don't know.
From the future, for sure.
Absolutely, from the future. But awesome. Yes, here we go, Charles. First thing I ever drove was a tractor. I rode on a tractor at like a pumpkin farm, and that's all I got. I'm a city mouse, boys. I'm a city mouse. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, we got $2 here from Dave Whitfield. Thank you all. Hope to see North Africa next. There's a vote for North Africa. I don't know. We'll see. You want to see North Africa as a Gary and Doug versus the world, or as like a playthrough? I don't know.
Versus the world. I think that would be Gary versus the world because I've never played it. I have
Bro,
watched Gary's videos on it, but
that's right. I've played it twice. And once was just to like figure out how to move the pieces around. Um, so like I don't claim to be any kind of strategic expert at the game. I can answer any rules questions that you might have about the game because I spent 4 months making the how to play for that game. Um, but 2 hours and 8 minutes. So that's how long that how to play is.
it's a lot.
A feature-length film on how to play North Africa. There are Lord of the Rings movies that aren't that long. That's not true, but it feels that way. And Jamie's only comment about the entire game is that those tiny scout cars are cute. They are cute. They are cute. Oh, this is just not true. This is not true, Robin. You guys played great. You guys absolutely played fantastic. I can't really point at a specific error that I thought the world made. I mean, I really can't. And maybe if after I go and set it all up again and look at it again, um, I can't think of a particular instance where I thought that where the Allies did something that I was like, oh, that was a terrible choice.
I think that would be a strong way to put it, but I think splitting America's attention, maybe. Um, I don't know. It's tough to say though, because it protected Hawaii and gave them chances in Europe. So maybe that's not fair to say.
Yeah, I don't know that. I mean, we preached it in 42nd edition that like you spend $1 on the opposite side of the map for the Americans, and that can be the game. But I don't think that's the case in this version. I mean, the Japanese can get really big really fast, and I think that the Pacific is not as big as it is in 42nd edition. I think there are more spaces. I don't know this precisely, but you can get from, from Japan to the west coast of the United States very quickly. And you can be in Hawaii, you can be in Sydney, and I think that you can be in Calcutta very, very quickly as the Japanese. But I don't, but so I don't know that it's necessarily true that a split America here is the wrong play, um, because otherwise we're knocking on San Francisco, we're picking up Honolulu, no problem, and we're shucking guys as fast as possible to Alaska and to. I mean, we're going to pull the Americans out of Europe simply because they're going to need to defend central United States. They're going to need to defend the western United States. So, right. Yeah, I mean, this is exactly right.
Yeah.
Japan's moves forced the U.S. to respond,
Well,
which was the whole point.
our intent. Yep, that was the exact intent. If we pull into the Carolina with everything, they got to do something, or we'll just take Hawaii. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, we were there with 2 or 3 transports.
Yeah, three. I don't remember 3 carriers. Was it both our battleships and a couple of transports or something at some point? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a huge fleet, and so like the idea that the Americans wouldn't respond there, you're foregoing Honolulu, which means that when it comes time in Europe, you have to win Warsaw, you have to win Paris,
Yeah.
right? And maybe you can with the full American attention, but you've only got 6 rounds, right?
Yeah.
Like if this was, if you had 10 rounds to get that done, then okay, maybe you could spend a round or two building 20 guys in Western United States, and then, you know, not worry too much about it. But yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, I think this is true. We're really super close to winning. You absolutely were. And I mean, any one of 3 or 4 battles go one way or the other, and this game could have just as easily gone the other direction. Or, I mean, or there was instances where a roll kind of go one way or the other, and the Axis run away with it because like we had this terrible outcome in Transjordan, which led to us not being able to take Africa, and we shot we lose the guy in the fighter in Persia to the AA gun. We're supposed to get a couple of guys in Kazakh, and so I mean there's just a bunch of and then the battle in 51 or was it 51? Yeah, the battle in
Yeah.
51 against the American fleet where it was like one roll of the die,
We were one
and
roll there.
we don't need to do the rest of the game
Yep.
because the Americans are just going to roll up with the USS Minnow and plant a flag in Manila and call it a day. And we
Yep.
can't do or say anything about it. And so that, I will say that would have been an absolutely agonizing way to lose this game.
Utter brutal, man.
Oh, man. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
so absolutely. You guys, like, this game was incredibly close, which, again, and I've said this, like, throughout the thing, like, that's all I ever wanted. That's
Yeah.
all I ever wanted. I mean, and the only way that, like, all I wanted was a good game, right? And a good game that hopefully plays all the way to the end, right? And we did that. And the only way that happens is if both sides play to win, right? And so we played to win, and we just happened to win, which we're grateful to have done.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right, man. This could have easily gone the other way if the battle in Poland goes the way that you statistically should have gone. That's the ball game, So
yeah,
well, not exactly the ball game, but it certainly would have been very hard to do anything else. But yes. Yeah. Yes, this is absolutely true. This is a really good reflection, Chad. This game was a great reflection on a real tournament game. Close games that come down to the wire. I played in a lot of tournaments, and it's an important thing to remember to have fun and enjoy it. That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
And I feel like we did that today. I will say there were some times where like I got grayer and lost more hair, if that's even possible. But yes, it was a really good game. You guys played great, and I had a really good time doing it. And it was fun to kind of get the chance to know everybody and kind of have our little clubhouse hang out here with everybody and play some Axis and Allies, throw some dice, and see what shakes loose. Yeah,
longest game of Axis and Allies I've ever played.
Yes, it is. It is for sure the longest Axis and Allies game I've ever played. I had a game of chess that I played by mail with a buddy of mine who was in the Navy, and that game went on like 3.5 years or something. But it was fun to get like a letter in the mail from him because it was a paper mail game.
Yeah.
And so it took like 3.5 years for that game to resolve, and it ended in a draw. on a 3-move repetition, if you can believe it. So it was
the journey, not the destination, right?
That's exactly right. That's right. Yes. I don't believe you, Charles. I don't believe you. You got all these cool prizes. My wife. Oh my gosh. What are the odds now, Charles? Huh? You know what she gets for that? She gets a glass for that. That's fantastic. Oh, I like it. I like it. Yes. What are the odds of an ally's moral victory? I think there's some moral victory in there for sure. I mean, this was a really good game, and that's all. That's all we're going for. Well, I think that's it, my friends. We've had a really great run. We gave away a bunch of prizes today to some great folks who have supported this entire endeavor all along and before then, and hope that we are able to keep everybody hanging around here for a little bit while longer. Like I said, we're going to take next Friday off. We'll be back on May 2nd for the first of what will probably be 2. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to be in Dayton on May 9th. So it may be Friday the 2nd, and then the 16th, we may be back. But we'll see how it plays out. But that's the objective right now. Is we'll come back on May 2nd for the walkthrough and the conversation following the global part 1 of the global final, which I think is probably going to be 2 videos. I've started to lay it out, so I think it's probably going to be 2 videos there. So we'll do 2 live streams to go with that, and we apparently have lots of prizes to give away as well for those. So that'll be fun. And if there's ever an ANA competition in Sydney, hope to see you. Yes, and again, remember, friends, the Discord, our Discord server has the Find a Player in it, and this thing is hopping. We got 400 plus people in there from all over the world that are connecting and making new friends and finding great places to play. And we're finding out about events that are happening in Australia. We're finding out events that are happening in Central Europe and in Canada. And there's people in New York looking for people to play, and Massachusetts and Florida, Tennessee, Kentucky, a ton of people in Kentucky, Indiana, looking, and Cincinnati looking for a play, which is one of the reasons why we landed in Dayton, because I went through the Find a Player and found like which one of those had the most comments, and then we started looking for places to host an event in that area. So Dayton was not an accident. So.
Nice.
Yes. And of course, so our convention schedule, we're going to be at the Spring Gathering. Doug and I will be playing the anniversary event there. We'll be live streaming from there, and just the games though. We may do some talks to the camera. I'm not sure. We'll have to figure out how that works or what's going to be available. I have no idea. But we're going to be at Spring Gathering. We're going to play together there. And then Gen Con, of course, is the first week of August. And I will be there working, recording as many of the Access and LS games as I can, as well as the Diplomacy Final again. And Doug, I believe your plan is to play in the World Championship.
My plan is to play in the World Championship again, yes.
Yes. Now you've had a lot more practice with Anniversary, so.
Yeah, I feel better about it.
Yes. So, yes. So, and then, of course, Battlefront Dayton in November. I may or may not be going to World Series of Board Gaming. I think that I am, probably. In a weird twist of fate, my niece is getting married in Reno, like that Wednesday, or she's getting married in Lake Tahoe in that Wednesday. So World Series of Board Gaming starts on Thursday. So I'm already going to be in Nevada. So it seems silly for me not to at least go down there and see what's what. Yes, Gary has to roll all the dice in the World Championship.
Maybe just in the last round, Robin. Not leading up to then.
That's exactly right. All right, man. It has been a hell of a ride. It's been a ton of fun. We've given away a lot of great prizes. The very first Era of Empire tournament will be at the World Series of Board Gaming in Las Vegas, apparently, as it turns out. So that was Tom enticing me to go. That's what that was right there, in case anybody missed it. And dinner. Charles lives in Las Vegas, so he's offering to buy dinner. That's very nice. So I'm bringing 20 people. I hope that's cool. And we're going to go to Sushi Samba. This is my favorite joint in Las Vegas, by the way, Sushi Samba over at the Venetian. So I hope that works for everybody.
You guys going to be splitting McDonald's Happy Meals 3 ways.
That's exactly right. The $4 buffet downtown is what we're going to be getting. Yeah. But no, I appreciate that offer, Charles. That's very kind. And Tom, we will absolutely give that some thought. And it's a question of whether or not I can get all of my equipment out there to do it and go to the wedding without making myself insane. But we'll see how it all plays out. But man, I think that is where we're going to leave it. We've had just an incredible run. You guys have been fantastic. Please hit that like button for us. It really does make a difference in the channel and who's able to watch this thing later. So I do appreciate that. Thank you for all the super chats today and for the gift memberships. They've been just really helpful in supporting the channel and being able to pay the rent around here and make sure that we're able to continue to do the things that the community is hoping for us to be able to do. And we will see you in 2 weeks for the world champion for the global final walkthrough. No, no, baby, you're awesome. You're awesome. Thank you to Jamie for being a fantastic um, moderator throughout the event and putting up and giving up 3 nights a week to sit and listen to us jamokes talk about a game she doesn't really even like.
Yeah. Thank you,
Which is
Jamie. Much
totally
appreciated.
yes. Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
Gary, for being a good partner and rolling like 9 ones on the very last round or whatever it was for our hits.
A bunch,
I mean,
a bunch.
seriously, there was a minute there where it's. I mean, when you were rolling, even if you were hitting with a 3 or a 4, you were rolling with a 1. You weren't hitting a 3 with a 3. You were hitting a 3 with a 1. Like you just roll a
Yeah.
lot of ones.
I mean, if you're
You're
going to do a
saving them
thing,
up all game, I think, until that last round.
that's right. If you're going to do a thing, do it right. That's what they always told me. So,
Yeah.
and
So,
thank you, sir, for being a fantastic partner throughout this event and giving up your time and your brain power to keep this game sitting on your table in your
yeah.
game
I'm
room
actually
for the
looking forward
past
to cleaning it up.
2 months. Yeah, so am I. I'm looking forward to having this table back so that I can shoot some other stuff, so I can
Yeah.
work on a couple of different projects at the same time. So, but it's been a lot of fun, and I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't. There's some things I would change. but I'm very grateful to everybody
I'm glad
who's
we did it.
participated and made it a thing. So
Yeah.
we will see you all in 2 weeks, and happy Easter for those that celebrate, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Spend some time with your loved ones because
Yes.
you've been doing this a lot lately. So
Yeah.
take
Happy Easter,
the
everybody.
yes.
Goodbye.
Good night.